What is going on, guys? It is Ethan J, your friendly personal trainer from Toronto, coming to you guys live from this video. I hope everything is good for you on the other side of the world. So I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about a topic that I've probably talked about before, but it's always good to readdress topics that are of interest, in my opinion, and also talk about things that relate to fitness that can help you on your journey. And that's part of the reason why I post videos, right? So guys, recently I've been getting back into it. It's been a good groove. I've been really pushing the envelope when it comes to training, and there's been some good revelations and there's been some bad revelations, right? So the good being that I'm putting on muscle a little bit, but also the carb intake, as you can tell, I'm starting to put on a little bit more buff, a little bit more beef than I'd like, and I don't like. That's part of the process that I have to kind of learn with my body. And going into that topic, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something very important: genetics. The reason why this concept is so vital is because you will continue to look at guys that have incredible genetics and think that the same information that worked for them is going to work for you, and that is not the truth. So, and I'm going to clarify one thing specifically. After studying my body, after more than 6 to 7 years of just understanding my anatomy, really breaking it down, right? There's a few things that I've come to realize very early on. I am not predisposed to building strength and muscle at all. Like at all. It just does not happen. I could have the perfect amount of protein intake. I could be eating the right kinds of food. But the factor that always plays the most issue for me is just protein synthesis and how my body breaks down carbs and food in general. So there is ways for me to bypass this, and it's a consumption of more protein than I need, right? So more than the 1%, 1 gram per your body weight on average. So along your fitness journey, one thing that I've had to learn is I have to track everything, right? Which is super important. Track your workouts, track your food, track your nutrients, track your macros. Next thing, understanding genetics. I just watched a great video from Jeff Napier that he posted 7 years ago, and he's talking about his family, and I think it's super dope because my family is the exact opposite of his family. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is just because I love his content. I love his story. And we're all just human beings that have stories, right? We're all coming from something. We didn't pick and choose the genetic lottery, right? It's what we were born into. When it comes to genetics, there's that season of hardship that you might face if you don't have the great genetics, where you kind of have to look in the mirror and be like, oh, okay, crap, this kind of sucks, right? Like, it's just the way that it is. One thing I've noticed with my own family is we don't have great bone structure when it comes to our physiques, right? We don't have great muscular adaptation, right? However, when it comes to fitness, there's a concept that you have to think about that matters more than genetics. And it's this concept that's going to push you to go above and beyond, right, your limitations to attain something aspiring or noteworthy. And that is your mindset. At some point, you're going to have to understand and accept that genetics play a very big factor when it comes to life, right? Big shout out to Big Ron, who I just recently watched his YouTube content. And Ron's huge. He's a 6'3". I'm assuming West African individual. And one of my big motivators for why I even got into training was the guy who taught me and gave me his passion, right? Was Sam Ampong, right? 5'7", 5'8", Nigerian. It was a Nigerian, Ghanaian African. And dude, Sam is a legend when it comes to strength, right? These guys their bodies just adapt, and they're just able to go, right? In that, seeing that greatness, it can be a little sad. You might look at that and be like, damn, like that's greatness right there, and I'm not matching up to it no matter how hard I'm trying. The thing you want to think about in your mind every single day is the first step in this process of getting a great physique is acceptance. Accepting your genetics. You got to accept that this is the cards that you've been dealt, and you're going to have to work these cards, right? Everything, mother, father, everything. The second portion is mastering fitness as an art and as a science, right? Compound movements, high protein intake, cardiovascular training, repetitively done, right? Tracking your calories, minimizing carbohydrates, being progressive, overloading your training, never staying still for too long, adapting your training constantly, and committing to a lifelong process of progressively overloading and strength training. This will get you the goals and the physique that you want in the long haul. But if you don't commit to that, you're never gonna really see the beauty of your physique. But let this channel be a motivation for you guys. For anybody out there that's a hard gainer or who doesn't have great genetics or who's short, you know, coming in 5'7", myself, I've always been the underdog, right? So I want my YouTube channel to be a motivation for you guys, right? To show you that no matter where your genetics may lie on the spectrum of genetics, right? In the world of different variants of people, it is up to you, your personality and your willpower for you to become somebody of greatness. And that is all dependent on the work that you put into your craft, the heart you put into the thing that you were developing, right? At the end of the day, when I go to the grave, I'm going to be known from coming from a poor family. But it's my choice to say, did I stay poor? Did I stay weak? Did I stay frail? Or did I fight every single second to become somebody of affluence? And I think about this one thing. Christ came into this world and he was born of a regular family, and he was born a regular birth, and he changed the world, right? So, and it even says this in 1 Samuel somewhere. God doesn't look at the appearance, he looks at the heart. So I can go into preaching, I could talk to you about how character matters, and I've done that multiple times on my YouTube channel. This is talking specifically about fitness and genetics. I don't know how many times I grew depressed because I was watching how my body was not changing no matter how hard I was training. I was doing 2-a-day trainings, 3-a-day training sessions, and I'm like, dude, like I'm not changing at all. Like this past week I've been doing 2-a-days, right? And it looks like I'm not putting on anything. But the key you want to think about is this: your body might be stubborn to adapt, but in that, ask yourself first, what are you doing wrong that's limiting your training? Are you eating bad food? Because I definitely am. Right? Am I not eating enough protein? I'm in that conversation. Am I training compound lifts? Right? And am I being humble in the journey? Guys, I don't know what your story is, right? I know God has a plan for every single person, and I believe that he has ordained everything in this universe in alignment with his will and with the design that he wants. He has made me be from an island, right? With curly hair. You know, not the greatest muscle genetics, right? Muscle building genetics, but the desire to become great in this arena. If you have something where you wake up every single day and you're praying to God, like, hey God, like it could anything, NASCAR riding, like bear hunting, it could be climbing up trees, make it understanding anatomy, chemistry, anything, just anything but this. Just give me a purpose. And the prayer that you get back is that it's this, and it's you wake up and, yo, I want to get brolic today. Just know that that desire does not just come from you alone. It comes from a higher power. And it's your choice to use that and really put your heart into it that helps you cultivate that expertise and experience that's going to help change the world and change your environment and just change your inner circle. Right? So may this video help you on your journey of understanding fitness for you, because fitness is something that we could all apply. When you're depressed, when you're going through problems, when you're going through financial struggles, when you're going through worries, it's fitness, walking, taking care of your physical health, and praying to God these few things that could change your physiology and just change your mental state, right? So fitness is not just about the body and strength training. There's more to it, of course, and there's so many facets that this could go down. I'm specifically talking to those young guys out there that are struggling with genetics, you know, struggling with accepting the cards they've been dealt, because I've been struggling with that for years. And it's just, I would probably say the last 2-3 years where I'm kind of just like, you know what, man? Well, damn. I'm gonna have to rock out. You know, if I'm rocking out this way, then I'm gonna be the best this package ever. You know, I'm gonna rock it out. Bruno Mars has done it. Prince has done it. I'm gonna do it. So find the peace in your genetics and put the work in so that you can become the success that your family needs, and you can be too. I believe in you. Don't give up.